St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital has been saving lives of young children since the day it first opened in 1962. St. Jude saves children's lives through patient care, research efforts, and in addition, they provide emotional and physical support to patients and patient families all over the world at no cost. I can't think of anyone who hasn't been affected or knows someone who has been affected by cancer in their lifetime. You need to know about St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital because they are known for saving children's lives all over the world. I will begin today by discussing with you the history of St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. Danny Thomas founded and opened St. Jude's on February 4, 1962 in Memphis, Tennessee. He started this nonprofit organization to not only save lives of children, but to prevent future diseases through extensive research. According to stjudes.org, with St. Jude's being nonprofit, Danny Thomas began a search for funding. He began his partnership with ALSAC, who began funding St. Jude's. Then donations began pouring in from all over the world. Contributions were made by national grants and the National Cancer Institute, along with, according to stjudes.org, 24 partner sites in 17 different countries around the world. In addition to public donations, St. Jude's solely focuses on childhood cancer and other life-threatening illnesses through care and research. There are roughly 7,800 active patients that come to St. Jude's yearly to get treated. St. Jude's not only cures patients, but they are finding and developing new cures and extending their research every day. The amazing thing about St. Jude's is the patients' families never receive a bill. The care that these children receive is free and nonprofit. This provides the families with financial support while dealing with the trauma of watching their child go through something so drastic. Now that I've told you about the research and history of St. Jude's, I will share with you childhood cancer statistics and the research they conduct. According to CureSearch.org, every day 43 children are diagnosed with cancer. 100,000 children die from cancer each year. And according to cityofhope.org, 250 children die each day worldwide from cancer-related illnesses. These statistics are accurate, and because of St. Jude's, they have subsided. The reason that St. Jude's has such a high success rate is because they are a research hospital. Specifically, a man named Donald Pinkel was hired at St. Jude's to research a cure for leukemia. According to stjudes.org, 30 research projects were implemented and 4 were complete by the end of the first year that St. Jude's had become a hospital. St. Jude's also developed the first immunologic method to diagnose solid tumors at St. Jude's in 1966. The hospital developed so many new cures and ways to use medicine to treat cancers and other life-threatening illnesses so fast they became popular and well-known worldwide. Because of St. Jude's, according to stjudes.org, they have a 50% survival rate for lymphoblastic leukemia, and that percent was raised to 94% recently because they developed a new method that does not involve radiation. In order to research and cure cancer with no direct contribution from patient families, it costs roughly $2 million each day to run the hospital. Public contributions contribute to 75% of that cost, which is amazing. St. Jude's has been named the #1 pediatric cancer care hospital and has even won a Nobel Peace Prize for their hospitality. Now that I have shared with you the childhood cancer statistics and the research efforts of St. Jude's, I will tell you some unbelievable stories of faith and hope. According to stjudes.org, I was able to read a story about Lily. She is 5 years old and she has acute myeloid leukemia, and she has been battling this disease since she was 4 years old. She has a 60% survival rate, and because of St. Jude's, she believes she will win the fight. Lily loves pretending to be a princess, and St. Jude's helps her to feel like a princess each day, despite her circumstances. In another beautiful story, I read about Jacob. He is 5 years old and has neuroblastoma. This is a cancerous tumor that resulted from a notice in shoulder pain at an early age, which quickly turned into a painful diagnosis. Jacob is a daddy's boy, and he loves to laugh. The last story of hope and faith I read was about Sydney. She is just 3 years old and has medulloblastoma, a type of brain cancer. While difficult, her family have high hopes that at St. Jude she is receiving life-saving care. Sydney shared with us that her favorite animal is a dolphin. In conclusion, cancer and life-threatening diseases have been claiming young children's lives for years now. Thankfully, though, because of St. Jude's, they have a great percent of precious children each day. They do this by researching new and improved ways to treat and cure childhood cancer for the present and the future. In addition, they provide physical and emotional support to their beloved patients and patient families. I encourage each and every one of you to give a donation to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. This is an unbelievable nonprofit organization that is saving children's lives with the support from you and I. Make a difference in the life of an innocent child. Any sum of money or support helps and contributes to help these children to see a future. Any sum stated by the founder of St. Jude's, Danny Thomas, the greatest reward is the smiles on the faces of the children whose lives you have helped save.